Well, we're here with Mick Storch talking about the capabilities of 4PS and Mackay Safety. Mick, inside exploration and drilling, tell us about what you've done in that space. Mackay Safety obviously started with exploration and drilling. Tell us about that.
Yes, Ben, thank you, mate. So once I started working for myself with Mackay Safety, my first sort of major work came from exploration with BMA. And that sort of grew quite big because then I ended up working at the same time for Anglo, Rio, at the time Vale and Xstrata when they were still around. And the services that I supplied for them were safety services, essentially safety people travelling around and checking on the guys and just holding that bit of accountability and some leadership stuff there as well. Additionally to that, we did a lot of system things as well. So I even, in my own time, wrote a exploration drilling guideline, which has talked a lot about equipment standards and requirements and procedures and things to try and help, again, about trying to guide small, medium business, because a lot of exploration drilling companies are that sort of small, medium business, mum and dad businesses type thing, and they're a little bit unsure what to do. And so my idea always is about just trying to guide people where to go to with all those things. And then from that, essentially we've designed some exploration drilling audits. So it really takes that document and we audit against those requirements. So equipment standards, procedures, training, environmental and also leadership type things. And then from that, it's like a 300 or 400 point checklist type thing.
Wow. And
gives you like graphs and compliance about what I sort of think that the standards of exploration should be. And all it was at that time, this was a few years ago when I wrote that, and I've since done audits from them. There's actually been like somewhat of a drop in the standard to where we were when we before the downturn and stuff like that. So what happens now, rather than mining companies asking for that, we're finding that the small guys, drilling companies are saying, can you come and have a look at our gear, come and look at our processes and try and work out, where are we at in a type of standard. And so we just go there, do that report. We basically stand the rig down for about half a day, spend some time with the guys, and then we write a report that hopefully has suggestions about what I sort of thought the best practice is of that era type thing. So,
and suggestions on how they can improve and get up to a standard that you recommend and know is a far better way to operate.
Yeah, correct. And it just, again, that's about making sure that you can see what the long-term view of exploration drilling is, because ultimately they make money while they're drilling. So if they've got other issues, then this is about stopping that so that they can then concentrate on production and doing it safely as such. So,
and have you found that the improvements and suggestions made have greatly improved productivity and improved procedures?
It's not just me. There's been lots of people that have played a role in that thing, but particularly on that standard type of equipment requirements. But you do see a lot of new equipment coming out that has those requirements on it, and a lot of times I can tell you what incident led to that requirement as such. So we were quite lucky with BHP that they were very proactive in sharing information and making a difference to the industry, which is sort of where I sort of went, well, I need to write the standard that everybody has that can be shared amongst themselves, or not so much standard, a guideline as such. So I can look at a lot of things on exploration drill rigs and I can tell you why that came about. So
it's a big thing. It's a big thing to have that knowledge. And you've got some new products coming up. Tell us about DOOR.
So an extension of all this sort of thing is the exploration drilling companies have to track their daily activity. So it's quite a complex tracking. So what they do is they track time. They track different types of drilling. They try different types of drilling at different depths, use of products, equipment, other things. And so it's quite complex in how they track all those things, and they do it in paper. And then they generally do like a 10 and 4 roster or a 14-7 roster. So then every 2 weeks, all that paperwork comes back, and then they're trying to decipher what was going on in those things. So we essentially, working with a company called CQ Exploration down in Yeppoon, work with them, and we basically made a digital example of that. And it's they've been operating for about 3 years with that, and it gives you good graphing, and you can actually see things like downtime and why those downturns and things are occurred. It's actually a bit of a game changer for them, because eventually we believe that we can do predictive drilling to the point where we could actually do automatic drilling, because we have all the data from the drill rig.
Wow. Well, and that's a massive improvement. So actually, again, localising information and collecting, and also storing forever the information to a point where you can analyse it.
Yeah, so we grabbed all their old information and put it in there. So we've got like 10, 15 years of data about the activities, about how the areas were drilled. And so we're a little bit excited about where that potentially could be useful, particularly around, as we move into automation and people want to automate things. It has the data part of it anyway, and we just they've got automatic drill rigs now that are all digitally controlled and things. So we're just seeing if we can marry those two together, and then it'll be a step closer to it, I think.
Awesome. And obviously these are going to integrate with the existing services from both Mackay Safety and 4PS.
Yeah, that's correct. So the other part of it is that, for not only from the operational point of view, it's the day-to-day operations, so safety things. So 4PS and 4P Mobile have played a fairly significant part in their exploration drilling companies. We've got quite a few guys that are using that, and what it is they're tracking the tickets and authorisations, the plant equipment inspections, and also the maintenance management, and using the digital form. So on site, they're doing their pre-starts, they're doing the toolbox meetings, they're doing their weekly inspections, monthly inspections, and a hitch. They're ordering parts and all those things in. So the digital mobile, 4P Mobile, does all the heavy lifting on site. Most of the guys have the app on their phone, and through the day they're going to it. You can automate automatic reporting to the clients, as well as back to the office and things like that. So it's been quite a significant game changer on top of all that. So
awesome. No, it's amazing actually understanding how much you do in the exploration and drilling space. We'll see you again soon.
Yeah, great. Thank you.